have it because it's pretty. Here it is, Eevee Week 2024. I saw on YouTube for the first time, and that completely, I received my first mean comment. So delicious, it's a dessert in a cup. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's always so nice to have you back here for our Pokemon sleep related stuff. Let's go straight into the sleep report. So there is something exciting coming up. I totally forgot that this happens as well, but Eevee Week is coming up soon, so we're going to take a look at the new news that is covering all the Eevee Week stuff, and then also we're going to take a look at my evolutions and see what I have yet to evolve and have. So I only have, I think 3. I'll show you guys later. 2 of which I use, 1 of which is more like I have it because it's pretty. Alright, so let's see the Aeron. Got a Quaxley there. Still no Grubbin though, so I'm pretty surprised about that. My hair is not really cooperating right now. It looks like messy. Okay, so I am going to give my bonus biscuit to the Aeron because if it's good and it's double coffee, at least I have a coffee farmer, right? Oh, Geodude's hungry. It's not an Aeron though. So we're not gonna catch it, it seems, because I'm gonna save my biscuits for the upcoming event. And the corners of my lips are so dry, and guys, I've never experienced this even when I was on Accutane, and if you were on Accutane, you know that dries you up like no other and you get Accutane lips, but I didn't get that when I was on Accutane. So I'm experiencing super dry, cracked corner lips, and this is the first time this is really happening to me, so I don't even know what to do. I don't know what products are good, and I'm just a little overwhelmed because every day, I feel like every day when I wake up, it's a little bit more dry. Oh, my bag is full. Let's just get all of the little daily stuff out of the way. What do I want to discard? I guess I can throw away some fiery herbs and some oil. And that should be good for now. My leek farming has been doing well. I'm not sure if it's just because my Quaxclavel is feeling useful, or maybe because I've increased it higher level, that is probably doing a little bit better. I am glad that I'm encountering more Quaxleys though, because that means more Quaxley candies so that I can level it up. But let's see what we get on our daily gift. We got a Poke Biscuit, which is really good. It's gonna come super handy for Eevee Week. So speaking of Eevee Week, here it is, Eevee Week 2024. This is the second one that's happening in the game. So Eevee Day is actually on November 21st. And this is going to be a week-long event where there's special opportunities to celebrate Eevee Day. So during the event, Eevee and its evolutions will be more likely to appear, and you may even spot a shiny Eevee. So we were lucky we spotted a shiny Eevee last time when this event happened. So as you conduct sleep research on Eevee Day, on the actual day, you'll get 1,121 bonus sleep points. This was the same thing that happened last year. You can also get great rewards like Eevee incenses by completing missions, or just 1 Eevee incense actually, not incenses. In addition, all of your helper Pokemon's main skills will be more likely to trigger during the event, so all of them. It's not just Eevees or its evolutions, all of them, which is really nice. And finally, let's look at the bonuses. These are the bonuses that will trigger in applicable areas during the event. So during the sleep research, Eevee and its evolutions will be more likely to appear. You may meet a shiny Eevee. A few Pokemon of different sleep types will appear during sleep research regardless of your sleep type during that day. Great opportunity to fill up that sleep dex goal. And the chance of any helper Pokemon's main skill being triggered is going to be multiplied by 1.5, which is really nice. And then, as we saw earlier, on the day of Eevee Day, when you do your sleep report, you wake up the next day, you get 1,121 sleep points. And these are the Pokemon that you can encounter in each area. I wonder if it's the same for last year, if anyone has a hold of the infographic there. But in all areas, you are going to have a much greater chance at encountering the Eevees, and then their evolutions will be dependent on the type of area you are in as well. Now, I actually don't recommend you catch an evolution. One, because it takes a lot of resources, and two, you miss out on the carry limit bonus and the main skill level up when you catch it at its most evolved form instead of base evolution. So there is that to consider. So I prefer, although there's definitely special cases where catching something at its second evolved form or last evolved form isn't that much of an issue, but I, for one, do not like to think that I missed out on anything. So if it's carry limit, if it's main skill level up, I want all of them. So we made our Ninja Curry. It's one level away from being max level 60, which is really good. And my Snorlaxes just all have been wanting salads and curries. None of them really want desserts. So for the past month and couple weeks, I've only had dessert week one time. But I get it. I'm not much of a sweet tooth either now that I'm older. When I was younger, it was pretty bad. And I think it was pretty bad because my mom didn't let me eat a lot of sweets either. So when I made real money, real adult money that was my own, I started buying a lot of chocolate. Alright, so let's just take a look at our team. I also finally got the 2000 hour sleep goodnight ribbon on my Wigglytuff, so I have the beautiful special ribbon and my carry limit increased by 8. And let's see, Charizard, no, nothing new. This one's maxed out. There you go, we got 200 hours with Jupiter, so we get our first little ribbon here. So this ribbon is a 1 increase to the carry limit. This ribbon is a +3 for 500 hours slept. And my team RP is looking good, it's at 15k. Alright, so let's take a look of the current Eevees that I have. I cleaned it out. Actually, not all of them are named Eevee, are they? Yeah, I named some of them, so if I just search for Eevee, we're gonna miss out on some of the Eevees. But I got 2 shiny Eevees, none of which I can really use. There's this one here. Helping bonus, inventory up S, ingredient finder M, skill trigger M. The first slot is sleep bonus EXP. Skill trigger is very, very late, which kind of sucks because the next Pokemon that I want to get for the evolution line would be a pot expander. So ideally you would want the skill trigger sub-skills to be on there. And this is the other shiny Eevee that I have, which is energy recovery bonus, helping speed S, ingredient finding S, skill trigger S, and inventory up S. Skill trigger still very late at 75. And then the other Eevees I have laying around, not really. Actually, let's just go through them. We have skill level up M, inventory up S, skill level up S, skill trigger S, very late as well, and then ingredient finder at the very end. It's a docile nature too. And it's going to be quite the expensive investment to make this one a pot expander, so I have it there for now, but I'm not ready to let go of it yet. And then we have this one right here, berry finding S at the level 10 slot. We got skill trigger S at 25, inventory up S, energy recovery bonus, and then ingredient finder at the very end. It's an energy recovery down Pokemon and EXP up. So I wouldn't want to invest in that. We got another berry finder here. I did Vaporeon question mark. It's skill level up S at 25, inventory up S, skill trigger S, and then helping bonus at the very end. Definitely not going to invest this one in Vaporeon though, because skill trigger comes way too late at 75. And 75 isn't even a level that we can reach right now. The max is 60. And let's see, is that it? There's also this one I did Glaceon question mark, helping bonus, skill trigger, skill level up S, skill level up M, and then helping speed S. So, I don't know. It's a neutral nature too, serious. So I could use a sub-skill seed and bring this up to skill level up M. And then I have skill level ups at 50 and 75, which is great, so I don't have to use a main skill seed. And helping speed at the very end. So I don't know, maybe this will be a Flareon or a Glaceon. What do you guys think? Or should I hold off? And I think that is it. So, if it wasn't obvious, the things I need to get next are Glaceon or a Flareon. Let me show you guys my Umbreon right here. I named him Orion. He is level 51 and he has helping bonus, ingredient finding S, berry finding at level 50. That was a pretty bold choice of me because I had to invest a lot of candies in this to unlock it at level 50, but we did it. I managed it well, and we are doing super well. The irony though is I avoid the tundra. I don't go to snowdrop tundra, so it doesn't get the sunshine much. And it's an energy recovery up, ingredient finding down. Ingredient finding down, which is good because then more of the rolls will go, hopefully, for berries. And energy recovery up, it is pretty much sustaining itself the entire day without a healer. So every time it pops its skill, instead of 16, it's healing itself at 19, which is great. And let me show you my Espeon. So my Espeon Io, or Eo like in Grand Blue Fantasy, we got helping speed S, berry finding, and inventory up L. So there's no skill triggers, but it is a main skill chance up nature, so I'm pretty much relying on that. Other than that though, berry finding, it farms a lot of berries for me, especially with the inventory ingredient finding down. I feel like that helps a lot. It's a beast at farming berries. Skill trigger comes very late, but that was what I was willing to sacrifice. So I have all these routes. They're not good though. I mean, this one has potential, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Skill trigger S&M at 50, and then ingredient finder and inventory up. But lastly, let me show you guys my Sylveons. So we got two, and they're two shinies because Lyria was a Sylveon that I raised when it was a shiny Eevee. So in terms of skills, it's skill level up M, sleep EXP bonus, skill trigger S, dream shard bonus, helping speed S, and it is a gentle nature, so main skill chance up and energy recovery down. Now, do I use this often? No, I don't, because my Arya is far better at being a healer. It has skill level up M, skill trigger S and M at 50, helping speed M at 75, and then skill level up S at level 100. And it is a sassy nature, one of the best natures you can get on a skill specialty Pokemon. I don't mind the EXP down because once it's level 100, it doesn't really matter. So that's my train of thought. And then the shiny Sylveon. So this one showed up as a shiny Sylveon, and that's why I caught it, because shinies only require one Pokebiscuit. They are a guaranteed catch, so yeah, this was my guaranteed catch. And this is helping speed M, inventory up L, ingredient finding M, skill trigger M, inventory up M, and it is a calm nature, so it's a skill chance up but helping speed down. So I don't use that either. And oh, I forgot to show you guys my Vaporeon. So this is a Vaporeon that I invested in very early game when I didn't really know much about the game and the meta and everything. So it's not the best. Okay, I did invest quite the amount of candies into it because it's level 43, but it is skill level up M, inventory up L, ingredient finding S, ingredient finding M, and skill trigger at the very end. And it is an ingredient finding up nature because at that time I was like, I really want more ingredients. As a new player, I was struggling with ingredients, so I was super happy whenever I saw ingredient subskills or ingredient nature ups, until I learned a little bit more about the game. There's a berry specialist, ingredient specialist, and skill specialist. Did I say that? Berry, skill, ingredient. And yeah, now I know better, so I guess it's not just Flareon and Glaceon that I want to raise. It would be a new Vaporeon as well. So let's go into the sleep research, see what everyone got, catch up on our day as well, and talk a little bit. So I have my matcha latte here. Let's give it a stir. Do you guys drink something when you're watching the video too? So it feels like we're just friends catching up on FaceTime. Like, hey girl, or hey boy. And also, do you know that that girl on TikTok, she's Thai, but she's like, yes, Kutsegi, hey girls, I'll take all, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just so funny. It's funnier because when Halloween came around, there was people dressing up as her for Halloween, and it was just goddamn hilarious, I tell you, if you haven't seen that. But let's take a sip of the matcha. I could have used a bit more salt, because for some reason I'm not tasting it today, but I feel like I put a healthy amount. But let's go over what everyone caught. So I didn't film yesterday. I filmed a TCG video though, and I'm having, oh my god, Tidissa, congrats on your shiny Charmander. It's going to be a beautiful shiny Charizard. But yeah, I filmed TCG. I had a lot of fun. There, as you guys know or may not know, the whole myth about the packs. Is it predetermined? Is it not? Is Wonder Pick rigged as well? So that's like topic in the community right now. But there's an event happening, so it's kind of like ranked, but you can get rewards and ribbons to flex. So I do not really like to do PvP, but I told myself, I really like the game. The battling is very fun, and I want to get good. I want to get past that feeling of being nervous about this. But I did read a comment, Asuka felt the same way when it comes to PvP, so I just feel so validated and so seen, and that someone understands what I'm feeling. Oh my gosh, look at that. That Sableye is completely out of sight. Just like every time I go to Topalo, I never see it. But I'm determined to get good. So I've been watching videos of people playing and the decks they use, and just really trying to understand how they think about their moves and the reasoning behind it. So I think I'm getting a little better. I did play a bit of ranked. Can I even call it ranked? I did play the event yesterday, and there are some people with some crazy decks, I must say. I saw a Mewtwo for the first time, and that completely annihilated me. I was like, what just happened? And yeah, some people are just, look, it's a combination of skill and also luck with what sort of cards you get drawn, or if they throw a red card at you, but also what kind of cards you pull during the pack openings as well. So yeah, I feel like I got really lucky with, oh my gosh, Huntress found a shiny Pikachu. Congrats. But I got pretty lucky with my Zapdos EX card. So my Lightning deck has been my favorite deck to play so far. I want to try out my Fire deck because I have Moltres in that one. And then now that I have Articuno and Misty, I want to try my hand out at my Water deck as well, because what's the evolved form of Snom? Frostmoth? I like the coin flips and making it fall asleep because I feel like I get protected because I don't get hit by their Pokemon. But the coin flips is like a love-hate because sometimes when you land your coin hits, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And when you don't land it, it really can change the course of the game. When you think you're about to win, and then your opponent is like, they can't really do much, but then you miss your coin flips, and they're just able to chip your HP away and win. And that's pretty devastating. But I must say, it has been so exciting to create content for TCG. I also started doing shorts, and shorts are so fun to edit as well. I've been having a lot of fun creating those. And I'm in a very fortunate situation where, because it's such a new game and there's so much excitement around it, and you know, taking advantage of the opportunity to get my foot in the space as well, I've been getting a lot more viewers and subscribers. So thank you guys so much for the interest in the channel. I always get so happy when I get comments saying that you guys really enjoy my personality or the vibe that I have on camera, and that's why you guys subscribe, because truly that is what I'm trying to provide. I know I'm not going to be the best at these games, but if anything, I hope I do bring in that entertainment factor where you feel like, you know, you're along in the process and we're just like chatting and talking about thoughts and feelings. However, on the same coin, it does bring about some more eyes and people who have opinions and who want to be not too nice. And it's funny I mentioned this because a couple days ago I mentioned in another video how I have not yet received a mean comment. Okay? And guess what? I received my first mean comment, and when I got it, I was a little taken aback because at first my feelings were hurt. Okay? I read it and I was like, oh my god, my feelings hurt. Like, I feel hurt. And then I thought to myself, am I overreacting? Am I taking this too personal? Were they not being not nice? So I asked my best friend and I'm like, hey, do you think this person was being mean? And she was like, oh my god, he's mean. She said other words, but I won't say it. And yeah, so I was like, okay, so I wasn't overreacting. I wasn't being too sensitive, because when I read it, it just felt like an attack, you know? There was nothing positive, no constructive feedback or criticism. And the thing is, like, look, if you have an opinion on what I'm doing, there's a constructive way to say it instead of just like attacking me. And I thought about it in a sense where, let's say I'm in an argument with someone, or I'm in a disagreement with my boss, or I'm dealing with a client. If I were to say what he said to my boss, to my client, to my boyfriend, to my family, I would think, wow, I'm such a freaking dick for saying what I did, you know? So yeah, reading that, I was like, wow, that's so mean. And that hurt my feelings. And I told you, if you're gonna be mean, I'm gonna cry. But I didn't cry. I was sad though. You know what? I let it get to me. I felt bothered by it because I have been so lucky, so blessed so far to not get any mean comments. So the first one kind of hurt. But you know what? They say that when you're in the space, you have to grow thick skin, because sometimes people just feel like they have the right to say whatever they want to you, and they forget that there's a human behind the screen that has feelings as well. And truly, guys, if you have like nothing nice to say and your feedback doesn't come off as constructive criticism or anything, then just like think twice about it and ask yourself, if you're really that bothered, why are you so bothered that you would let yourself type a mean comment showing how bothered you are about it when you can just scroll away, you know? But I responded back, and okay, it's not everyone's like this, and I get it. I like to kill them with kindness. So I responded back in a very kind way. And I was like, hey, I did a sad face emoji, and then basically expressing that, you know what, maybe the content isn't for them. My viewers know that this is like sort of how the deal is, and you guys seem to enjoy it, so no complaints up until now, right? And their response, you could tell that there was a little bit of a switch up, but I don't know, it's just like I just would not ever say that. And the worst part is that they used a puppet account, but they weren't really good at concealing their true account. So I was like, in a minute I was able to find their real account. And the sad thing is they are a larger content creator. They don't make anymore, but it just sucks even more knowing that you make content and you're being so mean to someone who is just starting. Like, you should know what it's like. Like, had it been any regular schmegular viewer, I would have been like, okay, whatever. Like, it hurts my feelings, but whatever. But it's the fact that this person also makes content. Now that is when I was like, this is so not nice. It's so not nice. But yeah, that was what happened yesterday, and I'm so glad that my best friend was able to just like listen to me. And she's so funny because she's like, I love your content. Even though I have no idea what you're talking about, I love it. And you know what? You need friends like that. She is always such a ride or die when it comes to like anything or any endeavor I've ever decided to do in life. And she's really seen me go through the phases of like all my interests and stuff. She knows I'm very like enthusiastic about Pokemon, and when I talk about this, she doesn't understand. But it's the fact that I'm so happy and excited that she's just happy for me, and I can't ask for a better friend, you know? So yeah, that was what happened yesterday, you guys. Can you believe it? But then again, everyone projects something that's going on in their life. So I try to remind myself of that, and it's also a good lesson for me because it shows me how I want to show up in the world and how I want to interact with other people. It's just a further reminder of how I don't want to be, and I don't want to be like that person. So that's the tea. Imagine they watch this and then they send like all their puppet accounts to attack me. Like, that's when you know that's a borderline obsession at that point. But yeah, I don't know, it's just so sad when it's another creator, you know. I don't know, but those are my thoughts. We're gonna not talk about it anymore. It is Friday. It is supposed to be a good day. It is beautiful outside. It's sunny, so I do want to take a walk and grab some more bubble tea because I am really craving my tiger sugar, soft tofu, brown sugar, tapioca, soy milk bubble tea. That's a mouthful. But that is so delicious. It's a dessert in a cup, and I want to have that and have a nice little sippy sip while I walk and enjoy the weather, get the wind on my face, which is probably why I'm getting so dry. It's the cold wind. And get in some vitamin D, get in that sunshine. Now for the weekends, I have a pretty exciting weekend. Tomorrow I have Pilates with the girlies, so we're doing Pilates at 1. And then I think after that we're going to get brunch or lunch. And Sunday is when my boyfriend comes back, so I can't wait to catch up with him, talk to him about everything, take a look at all the cards that he pulled in TCG as well, and maybe practice battle with him too. And that's going to be what my weekend is looking like. We are having Eevee week in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks from now is Eevee week. Lots of planning to do in terms of what I want to catch, and cookie management, so I have enough cookies to catch all that Eevees. I think my friendship level with Eevee right now is like at 40, which is absurd. And for new players, if you're playing this for the first time, once you reach friendship level 10, and this happens through when you catch Pokemon. So every time you catch a new Pokemon, you'll see that the friendship level increases by 1. And at level 10, you get a guaranteed gold skill at the sub-skill slot at level 10. And this is great because sometimes you get really lucky and you get berry finding on the first slot, which is really great. So yeah, what are you guys looking forward to when it comes to Eevee week? Are you pretty much done with all the evolutions? Are you like me where you still have to find a Vaporeon or a good Flareon or a Glaceon? I feel like I got really lucky where I have a good Umbreon and Espeon with berry finding, and they do very well. so I don't have to go through the hunt for that. It's a shame though that Leafeon, the design is so pretty, but it's not really well used. I don't see much people use Jolteon either compared to the other electric Pokemon that we have available. But yeah, what are you guys looking to evolve? And yeah, have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join us in the Discord if you haven't yet, so you could share your friend code. If you're playing TCG, you could share your friend codes there as well. And I have an Instagram, so check that out if you would like to see more of my face without my glasses. And it's just a better way to stay connected and get a better glimpse into my life. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys on Monday. So until then, have a good weekend. Take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.